everybody, my name is Natalia Leigh and I'm the author of the young adult novels Highborn and Way of Spears, and today I am going to be giving you my 6 tips for writing an awesome author bio. Let's get started. So writing an author bio can be extremely difficult and kind of intimidating. I know that I did mine wrong for quite a few years, so I'm really excited to be sharing this information with you now that I've kind of done it wrong and have figured out the right way to do it. This topic was a request that I received on Twitter, so I want to give a shout out to Nancy. Thank you so much for asking me your question regarding author bios, and I really hope that my tips help you to write an amazing one. So first off, what is an author bio? Well, an author bio is a short bit of information about you and your work, and it's going to follow you everywhere you go. Oh my. Mew is coming to say hello. Hi Mew, I'm filming a video right now. Alright, we're just gonna let Mew hang out with me for a while I film this. So your author bio is really important because it's going to follow you everywhere you go. It's going to be featured on your author website, it's going to be on the back cover of your published books, it's going to be on your Goodreads author page, on your Amazon author page, it's going to be on all of your social media platforms, so this is something that's going to be read by a lot of people and you want to get it right. Alright, so here are my top tips for writing a professional author bio. Oh my goodness, Mew. I have shorts on and she's putting her claws in me. So my first tip is that you want to write your author bio in third person. Now, third person can feel kind of awkward because you are the one that's usually going to be writing this, so it can feel strange to write about yourself in the third person, but it's really important because it comes across as much more professional, and it also makes your bio feel more kind of truthful and respectable because it makes it seem as if an objective observer is saying these things about you. So even though you are the one that's going to be writing it, it comes across as much more truthful and professional, which is what we want in an author bio. My second tip is to include any relevant publications, whether those are novels, short stories, poems, anything you had published in an anthology or in a magazine or a school paper. So any publications such as those would be a fantastic addition to your author bio. It lets people know a little bit more about you and your work, and it does make you seem a bit more genuine and practiced. Oh my. Now, my third tip is to only include relevant information in your author bio. Now, I used to just fill my bio with a bunch of kind of useless information about me, and while it's really fun to let your readers and your viewers know more about you, your professional author bio is not the place to do that. So if you want to include a bunch of fun facts about yourself, or a lot of information about the things that you're interested in or your hobbies and what you do, I would recommend putting those on an About Me page or on your social media rather than your professional author bio. So it should definitely be short and concise, and you want to include relevant information such as education and experience. So this could mean listing out any degrees that you have, any schooling that you have, perhaps any experience in relevant fields such as writing, business, marketing, advertisement, etc. And this is going to change for everybody depending on what you're writing. So let's say you're writing a historical fiction novel, maybe it's like historical romance, and you studied history while you were at university. Including your background in historical studies would be a wonderful addition to your author bio because again, it communicates that you have experience in the things that you're writing about, and again, it makes you seem more professional and trustworthy. It makes readers feel like they are going to be in good hands if they decide to pick up your novel and give it a go. You can also list any relevant accomplishments, again, such as publications, maybe you won writing contests before. You want to make yourself seem reputable, so anything that kind of boosts that would be a fantastic addition. My fourth tip is that your author bio should be based on fact. And again, this is something that I used to do wrong. Now, this is not somewhere that you should list all of your hopes and dreams and your writing goals and aspirations. Keep all of that stuff separate from your author bio. You can put all of that in a blog post, on your social media platforms, on an About Me page, etc. But you do not want all of those hopes and dreams to make it through into your author bio. Remember that this is a professional platform and you only want factual and relevant information in your bio. My fifth tip is to include a photo of yourself. Now, a professional photo would be wonderful, but it is not a necessity. I have not had a professional photo taken since my senior photos way back in high school, and I look completely different now, so I'm definitely not using any of those. But it's really important that the photo you include is high quality, it's easy to see, and it features only you. You do not want a grainy photo here. You do not want like a mirror selfie taken on your camera phone. You do not want a group photo where, readers can't even tell who you are. So make sure it's only you in the photo, it's high quality, and it's easy to see and make out. Remember, we are going for professionalism here, and you want to communicate to your readers that you are serious about your craft, you're serious about your writing, and they can trust you. If they see a grainy group party photo, they're not going to feel like you are as reliable as if they saw a professional looking author photo. So always remember that, and always remember that you are appealing to your audience with this author bio. My sixth and final tip is to allow yourself to have a bit of fun. So after listing all of your professional attributes and qualifications, feel free to include some fun little tidbits of information. And when I say tidbit, I mean just a little bit. You don't want your entire author bio to become a, dump of fun information about yourself. Again, use an About Me page for that, or social media post for that. Maybe you can say something about, your addiction to coffee, or how many children you have, how many dogs and cats you have, one of your hobbies, where you live, etc. So feel free to, include a small bit of information about your personal life versus your professional writing life, because I do feel that including a small bit of personal information allows readers to feel like they know you a little bit better and they are closer to you, which all of us really love that. When I pick up a book by one of my favorite authors, if I can learn a little bit more about them in their About Me section, that makes me feel like I am closer to them. I'm closer to this person that I respect so much and whose work I really love and cherish, and I think it's really important to allow readers to get to know a little bit about you. Alright, now that we have my 6 tips out of the way, I'm actually going to show you my current author bio, and I'm kind of going to go through it and show you why I included each sentence that I did. So starting off, you will see that I have an author photo on the left of my bio. And again, this wasn't a photo that I paid a professional photographer to take of me, but it is a clean and crisp image. You can see me clearly, and if you look closely enough, you can see my books in the shot as well. So moving on from the author photo, we have the first sentence here that reads, Natalia Leigh is the author of young adult novels Highborn and Way of Spears. So here I am writing in the third person. I am using my name, Natalia Leigh, instead of saying I or me. And I am listing my relevant publications, which are my 2 prior novels, Highborn and Way of Spears. She graduated from Colorado State University with a bachelor's degree in English and a concentration in creative writing. Now this is my relevant education. You do not need to have a degree in English or literature or creative writing to feel like you can put your education here. If you have a degree in science, biology, theology, math, whatever it is, feel free to list your education here, especially if it applies to the work that you're writing. Maybe you were a biology major and you write science fiction. Those 2 things could go together. Or maybe, like I mentioned before, you were a history major and you write historical romance. So again, don't feel like you have to have majored in a writing field or an English field to list your education here. While in school, she enjoyed blogging for her university and had multiple articles published in CSU's school paper, The Collegian. Now these are my relevant accomplishments. I do not list these as publications. because they were, they were publications. They were published in a school, university newspaper, but I see these more as accomplishments. So I list these out to communicate to readers that I have experience in my field and that I have achieved some success with my writing. And again, you can list out any poetry that you've had published, any short stories, if you've been included in any anthologies. So you can really kind of stretch the limits here and list out any of your relevant publications. Natalia worked as an English tutor out of college and now enjoys assisting her clients with their own fictional works, as well as sharing her writing experience on her YouTube channel. So here I'm talking about my work experience and the services that I am currently offering. So by saying that out of college I worked as an English tutor, I'm sharing the fact that I have the qualifications to work with students, especially regarding the written word and English. And then after that, I'm also saying a little bit about my services. I work with clients right now. I do critiques of outlines, I do first chapter critiques, and a bunch of other stuff. So by listing these relevant experiences, again, I'm building up my credibility so that readers believe that they are in good hands with me and trust me to tell them a really good story. This all comes back to audience and what you are trying to communicate to them. Natalia is currently hard at work on her newest young adult novel, Song of the Dryad. So this is just giving you a tidbit of information, and make sure that if you include anything like this, that it is up to date. I don't want to say that Natalia is working on Song of the Dryad if that was 3 years ago and I'm working on something else. So make sure that this bio is always staying updated and it always has relevant information. When not writing, Natalia can usually be found caring for her many pet sitting clients, honing her practice on a yoga mat, or staring out a window at her favorite coffee shop. So this is that little fun fact that I told you about that you can include. So I give you all of my kind of professional attributes and qualifications, and then at the very end, I give you a little glimpse into my life. So readers discover that I have pet sitting clients, which means that I absolutely love animals, that I am an avid practicer of yoga, and that I enjoy going to a favorite coffee shop and enjoying my time there. So you get to learn a little bit, hi Mew, you get to learn a little bit more about me. And again, you could include information about where you live, your family life, your pets, your hobbies, but just keep it short, concise, and to the point. Mew, I am filming a video. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I do hope that this will help you write your author bio. I know that it can be super intimidating and scary to do at first. So what I found to be really helpful was writing a rough draft and then going back through and deciding whether each bit of information or each sentence that I had in that bio was relevant. So like I did for you by breaking down my bio and saying, okay, here's education, here's work experience, professional qualifications, publications, stuff like that. You can go through and say, okay, here I list my publications, here I list my work experience, oh, but this sentence doesn't really add anything to my bio, and then you can take that out. So there is a lot that you can do with this. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any further questions about the tips that I shared with you. I would be happy to answer questions and talk about this a bit further if you have any remaining questions. Again, and as always, thank you so much for watching my video today. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any requests for further videos. I'm going to go feed Mew because she keeps crying at me, and then I will see you in my next video. Bye!